Welcome, welcome everyone to our service this evening on a rainy, rainy evening in Jamaica today. So that just getting some technical things out of the way. Right. So that okay. So that as all things begin in our services, we're gonna start with our opening prayer. So let's join me in this opening prayer. So in this moment, we recognize the living Spirit Almighty, that which is called God. And we know that this one is all in all. We know that this one expresses itself as everyone who participates in this service this evening. And I just allow myself to be a clear and perfect expression of this one this evening. So I know that every word that I speak is divinely inspired, and that everyone who receives these words are receptive to divine guidance, to divine influence. And I know that this experience is a blessing for everyone who participates this evening, and that everyone who participates expand into a greater awareness of who they are, expand in their conscious awareness of life, why they are here, and what they are here to do. I know it's all good and very, very good. So I give thanks for this experience. And I just release these words, the law of mind, which makes it so, and so it is. Okay, so welcome again to everyone who is joining. And I'm just going to ask us just to go into a few moments of silence. So just relax and inhale. As you exhale, just release all thoughts, all feelings, anything that is not serving you. As you inhale again, just allow yourself to be open and receptive to Spirit. As the next round of breathing, just be present here and now. Let's try and be fully present in this moment for the next couple of minutes. And so it is. So just relax and just be present to where you are. Just bring your awareness back here, where you are in this moment. I know the link for this service from the temple. It didn't go out, so I don't know how many people will be joining, but I want this to be a very interactive session. So this evening I'll be talking about upping your feelings and kind of following on from Sunday. I was thinking about some songs that kind of relate to this. Like how Sandy was using songs on Sunday to help in portraying our message. So, and the first one that came to my mind was Bobby Caldwell's "What You Won't Do for Love." It says, I guess you wonder where I've been searching to find that love within. And I came back to let you know I got a thing for you. Can't let it go. So I'm talking about feelings that you can't let go. And then there's Nielsen singing about can't live if living is without you. Can't live anymore. And then Rhea Speedwagon saying that they can't fight this feeling anymore. Even forgot what he's fighting for. Yeah. So there's feelings that control us. And this month, we are speaking about pieces to peace. This is what I'm talking about this evening. And there's a song that sings about that. I go to pieces. So many memories. So many memories. The rain, and we have been rain in Jamaica, the rain releases. And I'm not going to go much further into what you say about every time it rains, but this holding on to feelings. So that is what you say that when you're the phrase that young people use nowadays is that you're upping your feelings. And when you're feeling emotional or sensitive about something that has happened to you or someone close, feeling kind of upset, sad, angry about something that has affected us deeply. Things like grief, heartbreak, imposter syndrome, disrespect, divorce, etc., failure, loss of job, all of these things that find it difficult to let go of that feeling. So I'm going to talk to you about coming out of those feelings. But a lot of these feelings, the basis for it is what we call attachment. And when we get attached to things, people, instead of appreciating things and people for what they are, appreciating them as creations of the divine, and we get attached into wanting to own control, attached to certain outcomes and so on. When things don't go the way that we like, we get caught up in certain feelings. We get alienated. We feel alienation, feel that separation from our true selves, from God, and from others. So how do we get out of these feelings? And first thing, if you change your thinking, change your feelings, right? So do something that will shift from thinking about that situation. And one of the things that's about music, playing music that helps you to feel better, music that helps you to think about your favorite things, as the song said, when the dog bites or the bee stings, when you're feeling sad, just think about your favorite things and then you won't feel so bad. Or my go-to song, when I don't, I'm not a person who really get caught up in feelings for any extended period of time. But my go-to song is Ronnie Dyson, Even in the Darkest Night. They said, and even in the darkest night, there'll be a light that's gonna shine down on you. It's gonna light your way through the storm, keep you safe and warm. And even in the darkest night, there'll be a light to make your world brand new. Close your eyes, be in peace tonight. There are some words that you can contemplate on if you're kind of feeling down tonight to help you to get out of that mood. The second thing to do is to talk to someone who can help you. That is very important. Don't talk to someone who is going to be what we call a roommate, who's going to say, yes, I have the same experience too, and Ray, and keep you in that mood. Talk to somebody like a practitioner or a friend who have the insight and so on to help you. Even just, if you just listen to you, so that you can talk yourself out of the feeling and into a better feeling space. Or someone who will just hold that space for you to come out of the feelings and probably offer you the support that you may need, if it's prayer support or whatever support that you need. Talk to somebody when you're in that state. And the other thing is mindfulness, as Sandy said on Sunday. And the mindfulness I'm talking about is to be aware of your thoughts, to be a witness to what you're thinking. And sometimes with these feelings, it's good to name them so that, become a witness state, observing it, so that you can release it and let it go. Because the feelings that keep us down and in a negative state is either when we're thinking about something that has gone in the past or being very speculative about things that are coming up. But the aim of mindfulness is to be in the present moment, to be in the present moment and just appreciate the present moment. And one way of getting there is to just focus on your breathing, to stop, take a breath, and just breathe until you feel a sense of calmness. You find that place of peace within you. And then these steps don't necessarily have to follow in order. The steps that I'm giving you to come out of it, come out of that feeling state and into peace. And forgiveness, those are the main practices. Just letting go and forgiving yourself for having the feelings. If you make a mistake, things don't go the way, all of the feelings, or somebody, something, and so just let it go so that you can make a new beginning. Give up those feelings for better feelings. So forgive yourself and forgive anyone who you feel may have done you wrong or things like that. And the fifth one and last one I'm going to go through today is to pray. To pray, but just before you pray, let's that you create the space that kind of take you out of the feelings. Don't carry the negative feelings into the prayer. In prayer now is to put you into that space where you affirm what is true, what is real, right? To get you out to get you back into your rightful mind. So it's a light. The prayer now becomes a light that guides you in your way out of that feeling and to find your way home. So it's like the prodigal, when you go off into these feelings, like you're going into that far country in the story of the prodigal. So prayer is to, when you find a space, when you're calm enough, pray to find your way home into the Father's house, into yourself, come to yourself, and realize that these feelings are not serving you, right? And to remember that whatever happens, you are divine creation with all of the attributes of the divine. As Aretha said in her song, a rose is still a rose, irrespective of what happened to you. I should say a rose is still a rose, and you are still a flower. And you have the power. You have the power, right? Don't care what experience you go through. You have the power to overcome. And these all experiences you go through are really just learning experiences on your journey. So the thing is not to get attached, right? Come out of it to appreciate what you have learned, to take the blessings and to move on and to grow. Because when you stop growing, basically your life don't have that meaning and purpose. So the feelings can guide you. When you become aware of what you are feeling and letting them go, they guide you into recognizing more of your attributes, your strength, and that you have a power, and that there is a power for good in the universe that you can use, and it can also use you to guide you out of even in the darkest night, to guide your way through the storm, keep you safe and warm. Okay? So that is what I have to say. So now I'm opening for people, for you to tell me, like, what you do when you're up in your feelings, right? What are some of the things that you're doing, right? Because I remember that, although I say you must talk to somebody when you're up in your feelings, only talk to somebody, I'd say, when you are receptive, right? Because many of us are not grief counselors, and some cases, in certain states, you probably need to speak to a grief counselor. Because I remember when I was doing listening, somebody came to me and so I asked her how she's feeling, and she's feeling down and sad and depressed. So I asked her what's on her mind, and she said that she break up with her boyfriend and so on, and that is what's on her mind. So I asked her how thinking about this made her feel, and she said that it make her feel bad. So I asked her, can you think about something else that will make you feel good? And the lady reported me that I have no empathy, that I shouldn't really be a listener, and all of those things. So sometimes people may not be receptive to you trying to guide them out of the way because of the type of that they are in. Okay, so now you can open your mics and make your comments. Anybody? See who is on this evening.
Can I just say, good evening, everyone. It's Arlene.
Yes,
What I've found over the years, because of course, when I was younger, you couldn't calm me down. I would just stay mad. So over the years, you kind of learn coping skills. And then when you start practicing, what we're doing, it's easier. But for me, when I'm up
Mhm.
with my feelings, I'll rather find someone who will listen, not
Mhm.
particularly give an advice, because I want to vent.
Right.
Because I've noticed that whenever if I'm mad with Sandy and I go to you and I said, Sandy just made me so mad. The next thing you're gonna not like Sandy, and that's not what I want when I'm up
Right.
in my feelings. I just want to
Yes.
be able to vent, and then that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is very important. Just
Yeah.
allowing the person to vent. That was the
Yeah.
mistake that I made.
Mhm.
Trying to guide her out of her
Mhm.
feelings instead of just allowing her to vent. You know,
You
you're saying
see,
something,
yeah.
Sandy?
Yeah, it's a really true thing, because one of the things I've learned is that when I have when I'm in my feeling space, or any of my clients are in their feeling space, before you open your mouth, what's in your head, what's in your mind, what you're thinking. It's like if you have ever lifted up a stone and seen ants,
Mm-hmm.
and as you move the stone, they just start to go crazy all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's often how our thoughts are around a particular issue. Somebody did something we perceive to us, or the man leave, or
Yeah.
something happened. Your mind is going like 10, 40 million miles a minute.
Right.
And in the moment, I don't want to be told what to do.
Yeah.
I want to just articulate what I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like when I put the jumble of my thoughts into words and I hear it back, I often realize how really crazy I sound.
Yes.
And I can figure it out for myself. That really, Sandra, come on. And so if you are there to just listen and to ask me some pointed questions. So when that happens, what you do? Are you happy? And how do you feel about that? And how do you think it lands on the other person? And just ask questions to really put it all
You have to
back
be
at me.
careful. You have to be careful when you're asking questions. So depends on the stage the person is in.
That's true too.
Process.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I've found like that 100% of the time, the questions bring great value.
Mm-hmm.
And then in time they will be ready for what you just said to the lady.
Mm-hmm.
To shift the thinking, to find something more positive, and they will be able to hear it then.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for me.
Yeah, very important point. That allowing people to vent, and just hold the space in your mind while that is taking place, and to hold your tongue if necessary.
Indeed.
Anybody else? So does anybody what I find, well, I don't want to be accused of being, I'm not being bit gender specific, but does anybody shop when they're feeling to try retail therapy to get out of their feelings?
No, man.
No. There's not enough money in the world.
Thank you, Arlene.
But I think this is Jen. I think that is what you call retail therapy. But
right.
An easy fix when you're up in your feelings. For me, I just eat something sweet, chocolate, ice cream, cake, maybe all the things I shouldn't have.
Yes.
But the sugar rush is what brings you up sometimes out of that feeling state that you might be in.
Right.
If you don't have anybody to talk to.
I want to share. Yes, sometimes I've noted that I may do, not that I buy anything, but I like to walk and just go window shopping or do a nice meal or treat, or sometimes for myself when I want to relax as part of that therapy, I would say. But I like go walking, exploring, window shopping more because I don't have the money to spend on retail therapy. But yes, but I, do the treats. Similar to Jennifer, sometimes it might be a sweet treat, but something favorite, something that I like to do. Or I just watch movies, shows and all
Yes.
stuff. So no-brainers, I would call them, to wind down.
Mm.
I find that I talk to myself a lot, which, I'm crazy, but that's another subject.
No,
But,
obviously.
Oh, Arlene, you're not crazy. I do
talk
those
myself
internal
out of it.
reasoning,
Mhm.
internal reasoning to
Yes.
work through the issue. Yes.
Yes.
Using,
Yes.
applying a lot of the science of mind principles to
Yep.
help to diffuse that whole
Mhm.
process.
Mhm.
Yeah. Along with a lot
Yeah.
of other things. Yes.
Yeah. Because if I go retail shopping, I can't do window shopping knowing that I can't buy the thing. So that I know for years now that's not gonna work. But I will talk to myself and say, I can't believe you let what Sandy did upset you like this. Stuff like that. And then, of course, then you go for the sweets, right? So yeah, that's
But
me.
yeah. So the practice is to be gentle with ourselves, not to berate ourselves, but to be gentle with ourselves,
Could you check if
be-
there's a comment on YouTube? Who is monitoring that?
I don't, Tamu.
Yes, I'm monitoring the comments. Yes, here. So, but the most of the comments here are around Lily saying, treat myself, visit a friend, do pencil puzzles. That's what she does. And mindless entertainment, Shellyan does that. Shellyan just posted that I sit with my feelings and acknowledge them, then find a solution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another one is she says there are no mistakes but lessons I learned. So these are some of the things that they've been doing.
Mm-hmm. Before I came into Science of Mind, I usually I don't know if it's probably not the best thing, play music that sort of accentuate the feeling, like feeling down, or you're playing sad songs and things like that.
Yeah.
That just
Yeah.
get you more into the feelings than help to take you out. But in Science of Mind, I learned to shift to more inspirational, upbeat songs that remind you of who you are, and your strengths and things like that. Take you out. Any more comments online, Tamu?
Sorry, no more comments.
Okay. Any more
I wanted
comments?
to add that working with the foster teens over the years and, with their anger issue and all that other stuff they come in with. One of the things I learned, which they accuse me of, is I act like I'm Jesus. So when they have a problem, I don't solve it. And that's what they get irritated with me and then until they realize. Because then I'll say what it is you want from this or, that kind of stuff. Then next thing you know, we're talking about it. And then, they come up with their own solution or,
right.
I've already calmed them down. But yeah, they went on a radio station. They were talking about me and said I make them mad because I will never answer their questions directly. But now that they're older, they thank me for it. But yeah, I just
learning responsibility.
Right.
Because when you give somebody advice, you own the outcome, right? And we say it's you tell them that, right? So you take part ownership in the outcome,
Yes, indeed.
right? So it's best, like we as practitioners, we don't give advice, right? We just offer support, a sounding board, hear you out, ask, think their questions to help you to become clearer on the situation. And then we pray, but we're not going to give you no advice as to go and do this, that, so on. Other type of spiritual people may do that, but we don't do it. Okay. If no more comments and so on, I'm gonna ask for prayer requests. And Tamu can just tell what are the prayer requests.
Yes, so far, I'm not seeing any prayer requests in this chat here, but online we do have Dawn Williams asking for a treatment for healthy body, love, and peace. So that's the only prayer request so far.
But health,
And
love, and peace.
for a healthy body, love, and peace.
Right. So that's three prayer requests in one. All right. Anybody else?
You can add me for help to plans.
Okay. So
And
Dawn
if I add another one, good weather and safe travel.
Okay.
Good weather, safe travel.
Please add me for health also. Thanks.
Okay, so that's Arlene, Dawn, Sandy. Okay. So I'm gonna start with health. Sandy, Arlene, and Dawn. So in this moment, you recognize the living Spirit Almighty, God. Perfect, whole, and complete. And I know that this Spirit is all in all, omnipresent, everywhere, and even the present. So I know that at the center of everyone is a divine print, wholeness of completion, perfect expression. I know that this is true for Sandy, Dawn, and Arlene, and everyone is receptive. So I know that this wholeness, this completion manifests as perfect health in body and in all aspects of being, in every cell, every tissue, every vein, every organ or physical body, and in every aspect of being, mind and the outer body. This perfection is out picturing now. And anything unlike this perfection is dissolved into the nothingness from which. So I'm seeing perfect health for Sandy, for Arlene, for Dawn, and for all who are receptive to this divine emanation of perfection being outpictured from the center of Sandy, Arlene, and Dawn's being, and everyone who is receptive. So I know this. I accept this. And I know that these words cannot return to me void. Do the work unto which they are sent. So I just let it be so now. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you.
And so it is.
And so for Dawn, Any other prayer requests, Tamu?
Yes, there is a request for prayer of right action for Pauline R.
Okay. Yeah. All right, I'll do that after. Dawn is
Prayer, sorry, a
and
prayer for
peace.
S. Lati for grief.
For who?
S. Lati for griefs. Well, grief.
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 Say that again.
I'll drop it in the chat. This is from YouTube. It's for grief.
For grief, okay.
Grief.
So you're talking about the person is experiencing grief,
You're right.
and so the prayer is going to
They're
be.
asking for a prayer for grief.
Yes.
Yeah, it was, all right. I'll do a prayer of love. So Dawn is love, peace. Is love and peace for Dawn?
Mhm. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So when I do love, I'll do it for the person who is also grieving and those who surround that person. So know with me now that God is love, that one love ever giving itself and knowing itself in all creation. So this love is a self-givingness of spirit of itself. I know that this love expresses through Dawn and through anyone who is open and receptive to this love. And I know in this love, anything that is unlike love is now released. In this love, there is comfort. In this love, there is gentleness. In this love, there is kindness. In this love, there is compassion and understanding. In this love, there is support, divine support that knows that everything will be all right. Everything is gonna be all right. So I give thanks for this love, for this divine love. And I give thanks knowing that it does its perfect work through all who are open and receptive to this love. I know this for Dawn, I know this for Eslati, and everyone who is open and receptive and has made this request. And I give thanks for the work of this love. And I release these words unto that love that makes it so. So it is.
So it is. Sorry, Vance,
Yeah.
you might want to just explain a little bit why you did the treatment of love and not a treatment for grief.
Right. Yeah. I did a treatment for love because when somebody is grieving, what they need is support, understanding, comfort. Those are aspects of love. And what we treat for is what we want to experience. And what we treat, when the consciousness of which I am treating is impressed upon divine law and will return in kind what is impressed upon it. So if I impress grief upon divine law, what will come back is more things to grieve for, grieve about.
And a great experience of grief.
Yes. So, but when I impress love, from consciousness of love, what comes is support, understanding, what is required when it is required. So that's why I did it for love.
Excellent.
Okay, so peace. Just know with me now that there is peace. This peace is God. This peace is within each and every one. There's peace within us. There's peace in the world. And it begins with me and everyone within the sound of my voice. So in this peace, I know that all is well. In this peace, there is harmony. In this peace, there is divine guidance. In this peace, we are restored to our rightful mind. In this peace, we recognize that we are one with each other, one with God. The idea of separation is that. And in this knowing of our connectedness with each other, we recognize peace. We live in peace and in harmony, supporting each other in just and equitable ways. There is peace. I feel this peace. I know this peace. And I let it be. Giving thanks that this is so. And so it is. And so now I am knowing divine order for Sandy and for the person who asks for right action. So I'm knowing that God, the living Spirit Almighty, knows itself and expresses itself through all creation, through the weather, through each and every one of us, through nature. And I'm knowing divine order for Sandy's trip. I'm knowing divine order for the person who made a request for right action. I'm knowing that everything that Sandy needs is provided in right and perfect timing. I know that weather conditions support Sandy's trip in wonderful and glorious ways. I know that everything flows easily and effortlessly. And all that she needs to know is known due time, in divine time. And I know this for the person who requests divine order. Everything holds in perfect ways, perfect time, what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. So I know that Sandy's trip is a wonderful, glorious, enriching experience. And I know this for the person who wants for divine right action, that they are led in the path of righteousness, of the law of mind. Everything unfolds perfectly. And it is good and very, very good. I give thanks as I release these words, knowing that it is so. So it is. Okay. Any more prayer requests?
No, I don't see any more requests.
Okay.
And not online.
Do we have reminders, either Tamu or Sunday? The reminders from
Okay, you may go ahead.
all right, so this meditation, when is this meditation taking?
Go to the next slide, Tamu. That was.
Yes, sorry.
Okay, Friday at 10 a.m. We join us for the service of Thanksgiving for our beloved Tony Henry as he continues journey dancing into eternity. So come and share in this celebration of life, the Temple of Life, and it will be streamed on our YouTube channel. So if you can't make it, just come to the same stream that you are on now, Friday at 10 a.m. We'll be streaming the service.
It's going to be recorded, Vance.
I can ask for it to be recorded.
Please, because at the time I will not be available. And we can watch it in the night.
Okay.
I really don't want to.
Everything that we put on YouTube is available. You will see it under, there's a section for service of Thanksgiving. You'll find it under that section.
Okay.
Probably in the regular love streams and things like that.
And Vance, the link will be sent out on Wednesday and early Friday morning.
Okay.
Okay. So you can go to the next slide, Tom. Yes, so next Sunday is Youth Sunday. What's the topic, Reverend? What will the youth focus on?
It doesn't come to mind. It's right at the end of the order of service. Sorry, Vance. Can't remember it. It's about peace, though.
Okay. All right. So join our youth
Theme for the month. It's following the same.
for their quarterly service, and invite all young people to join the youth Sunday for their service on September 29th. The usual time, 9 in the morning.
May I say something?
Yes?
It's also attributing Tony as well, as according to what Lee told me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think he was doing some work with them about dancing and so on. So that should be very interesting and entertaining. All right. The next slide, Tamu. Yes. So, remember the date? November 8th to 10th. Installation weekend with Ricky Byers concert and with some local artists like Harold Davis and some other university singers with Ricky Davis. Man.
Ricky Byers.
Harold Davis and Ricky Byers. Sorry. Ricky Byers. All right. So that more details will come. But the concert will be at the University Chapel. And of course, on Saturdays, we have free legal advice. Free legal advice. So it is general advice. It's not like we're going to pick up your case and so on, but they will guide you, right? Legally on any issue that you bring. So it's 11 to 1 p.m. Saturdays. And I am not certain who will be doing the next spiritual mind healing service next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday is a new roster.
Okay. Reverend Tanya, don't know who will be doing the service. Or do you know?
The roster is almost complete.
Okay. So, it will be uplifting and wonderful experience, and it will be done by a minister.
Yes, because the first Tuesday of every month.
Right. So it will be done. So join one of our ministers next week, Tuesday. I think it may be you, Reverend Dan, but we'll see.
No, it's not
Reverend
me.
Michelle.
No, I think it's Reverend Michelle, to be honest, but
Reverend Michelle, Reverend
I'm
Michelle.
not sure.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not giving that information yet. Mm.
Okay. And if you feel moved to support our ministry, please feel free to donate at donate templeoflightcsl.org. And thank you for your generosity and for helping us to be a beacon of light for the world. Yeah, excuse me. It's cool. It's cool. So if you're about to donate, you can just say this blessing with your gift. Lovingly I give, joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful,
increase and multiply. Let's
bless,
enrich
prosper and enrich
everyone
everyone
whom you touch.
and replenish all of my financial affairs. Thank you, Father. So it is.
Mhm.
And now I think it's the prayer of our center. Prayer for our center. So join me. If you feel free to open your minds. The Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living is a sacred field embodying our spiritual community from which the Christ, peace, love, and joy emanate to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, and to liberate anyone who comes into contact with it in any way. The light of the Christ illumines us, our center, and our environment. Our spiritual community is filled with and surrounded by the presence of God and is growing from strength to strength. The power of God expands our consciousness of truth, guiding us ceaselessly along the paths of wisdom, spiritual growth, unfoldment, and attainment. We are blessed, and to God be the honor and glory forever. So it is. And now the prayer of Jamaica, prayer for Jamaica. The radiant light of God's love is now flowing through us and from us, everything and everyone it touches. The eternal light of God's love now completely fills, covers, and surrounds our island, Jamaica. The glowing intensity of the light of God's love now interpenetrates and awakens within the hearts and minds of our countrymen and women. The truths of life it set free. The light of God's love is growing and glowing in intensity in the hearts and minds of mankind everywhere. Love, health, harmony, goodwill, peace, uprightness, integrity, joy, prosperity, kindness, and our oneness under God established. And so it is. So it is. So please join me in this closing prayer. So we give thanks. We give thanks for everyone who have participated this evening. We give thanks knowing that everyone who participates this evening are expressions of the divine. And we know that the ideas expressed this evening were divine ideas. So we know that everyone who participates this evening is blessed and is a blessing everyone they meet. And I know that Spirit directs and guides all who, within the sound of my voice, they are directed into the paths of greater expansion, greater awareness of who they are, and why we are all here, the expressions. So knowing that God is peace, we are in peace. We know that there is peace in the world. And it begins with each and every one of us. And for this, we are thankful. Just let go and let it be so now. So it is. So thanks everyone for participating. And join us again next week, Tuesday, for our next Spiritual Mind Healing service. So thank you and goodbye for now.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a good evening.
Thanks, Vance. Bye.
Thanks, Vance.
Okay, you're welcome.